Me and my GF have been together for almost 2 years now. I work in education, she works in a call center. Our relationship has been very good with the average up and downs. Recently, she's been behaving strange and it bothers me. Let me put it into context. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays they work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They call it a marathon shift. Last week she had to work on a Wednesday as well until 8 p.m. I told her, well, that's very sudden. She responded by saying the management required every agent to work those 3 days. I said okay and shrugged it off. Then that same week she had to now work on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. because they didn't reach their target on Friday. Again, I was feeling uneasy about it but just said okay, cool. Since last week and this week, she has been changing her appearance from t-shirt and jeans to short dresses and taking hours with makeup and hair. While I have no problem with her natural beauty, this sudden changes just came too soon. Anyway, I didn't show that it bothers me and just complimented her. Yet somehow I got a strange feeling as to how and why she suddenly is making all these efforts in her appearance when before she couldn't give a flying damn. Added to this, the erratic work schedule made me feel more uneasy. But to keep my calm I just observe and bide more time. Another thing is this, she doesn't have an issue when I call her at work, but today she almost flipped out at me for calling her to just check up on her. I told her I don't understand why she's getting angry about it as it was never an issue before. My GF also told me something a few weeks ago that one of her female friends and their boss are having an affair at work and she doesn't want anything to do with that. I told her the boss is a piece of shit and hope they get caught. I did this to see her reaction. She remained calm and said, yeah, I don't get why person would cheat on their partner. She told me that she doesn't give the boss any signs of weakness and keeps their interactions very limited to work only. I said okay, that's good, I trust you. But when I sit down and reflect, I sometimes think that all these sudden and erratic changes by my GF is to impress her boss or maybe another coworker. I've read on Quora and Reddit lots of signs/behaviors of cheaters, and there has been instances where it comes across that she's cheating. I could be very wrong or very right. Now I'm posting my situation and asking for some advice as I honestly don't know how to approach this situation. It's the fact that I am picking up and sensing that something is not right. And I want to confront her, but I have almost little to no evidence. For my own sanity, I just want to know if I'm being cheated on or not. Comment 1. Guilt makes people jumpy. Guilty people use scenarios like the boss's as a deflection mechanism. It may also be that she is jealous that the boss has an interest in someone else. I don't think you need any help from us here. She may not be cheating already, but it's pretty sure she would like to cheat. A distinction without a difference if you ask me. Either way, you are on the outside looking in at this point. My recommendation here is that weakness and indecision are your greatest enemies. Get in her face about what you are feeling. No shouting but very direct. Establish boundaries. Make her prove she is not cheating on you. Do not accept gaslighting. You are not crazy for suspecting something. If she suggests you are crazy instead of being genuinely concerned about your feelings, that is either a sign of guilt or, worse, not caring or respecting your feelings. Time to be tough and or plan for your new life. You can do this. Comment 2. Go ahead and snoop through her accounts. All the things you've described happening at the same time are enough to justify it. If you don't find anything and it was all a weird coincidence, don't snoop again. If you do find something, get enough proof that she won't be able to deny it before you confront her. Don't leave any loopholes that she could make excuses for. Don't let her know you are suspicious until you have enough proof to confront her, or she will delete everything. Comment 3. My 2 cents is cautiously approach this. You have concerns about changes she has made. Her behavior has not reassured you. You have every right to feel this way. I'm going to stress that this is where communication is so important for a relationship. You two need to have ways to talk to each other without attacking. Unless you have proof that she is breaking the rules of your relationship, you will need to bring it out into the open. She will need to address your feelings about show you what she doing and why. You will then need to address her concerns, because she will have them, as well. You are going to see a lot of suggestions here. I don't recommend doing something that creates any drama. Comment 4. This is what makes me raise an eyebrow. She works in a call center. Her general appearance is not on a level of someone who does in-person sales. And since it is out of the blue, it requires a red flag tag. I would sit down and talk to her and be very blunt about all of this. Also be blunt that cheating is 100% a deal breaker in your relationship. Now, another thing you could do is tell her you need the car so you'll drive her to work on one of these extra days. Get her reaction. If she tries to argue you down for use of the car solely, then just point blank ask her, you're not going to work, are you? If she's really going to work, the use of he car should be irrelevant. Comment 5. In the US, your GF would be entitled to additional compensation if she works more than 40 hours. Have you seen an increase in her wages? Does she collect a pay voucher? Does it reflect the number of hours worked? The downfall for most cheaters seems to be the cell phone. If you can gain access, look for text messages or APs that delete messages after signing off. There is a treasure trove of information to be gained if you know where to look. If you want to go high-tech, you could install tracking devices in her vehicle or place voice-activated recorders in the pockets of her car seat. That will help reveal any affair activities. Good luck. Comment 6. As a surprise, pick her up as she finishes work at 8 p.m. for a dinner. Try lunch. Start behaving unpredictably. Phone calls, flowers delivered at work, giant non-specific anniversary card. Could be first dinner date or anything. Ask her to pick up something for you at a pharmacy after work without notice. Tell her you have applied for a job with her employer, not really just testing reaction. Send an anonymous love card to her with kisses and loving emojis. Check out her reaction or hiding it. Comment 7. Come clean about how you are feeling. Hey babe, there's something that's been bothering me and I'm a little scared to even bring it up, but please try to be understanding is a great introduction. That being said, her phone is going to hold all the information you need. It's going to seem intrusive, but ask to look at it. If she's got nothing to hide, she will be glad to prove that she's been faithful, if she guards that phone with her life. I realized way too late that my ex was showing red flags with the phone. One instance in particular was when she was asleep. I went up and plugged my phone in before bed. Her phone was right there and she startled awake and snatched that phone under her pillow so fast. Comment 8. I have been thinking of doing the snooping. At times I check her WhatsApp. Her boss is always viewing her status, which has never happened before. I don't own a car to drive to her work and park somewhere and observe. And it will be very suspect if I just go to her work to just check some things while she's at work. I had the same conclusion, that maybe the guilty person is not her friend but actually her, and that she wanted to see my reaction. Now every day I intentionally badmouth cheaters and tell her how ducked up they are, to see her reactions. She just nods in agreement or keeps quiet. My gut feels uneasy, but I also don't have concrete proof. I also don't want to end in a situation whereby I just accuse based on instincts. Comment 9. My ex did nearly all of this when he was cheating on me. He lost some weight, started dressing a little nicer, would work OT on his days off, and got snippy when I'd check up on him when he was outside smoking for too long, or took too long grabbing his laundry. He would also throw out comments about cheaters/affairs, trying to gauge my reaction, but also quietly agreed that it was a ducked up thing due to. If your gut says something is up, trust it. As far as evidence, I honestly don't know. I guess I'd just be prepared to have to end things. Comment 10. I agree on that. Hence I cannot even ask someone at her work, because obviously, they will tell her that I have been asking them question. Yes, I intentionally asked her. So do you and the boss ever speak about anything else besides work? Is he funny? Does he make you smile/laugh? She just looked at me straight-faced and gave me that reply. Comment 11. I assume not in the US, yes? My questions to you, and please be honest. How right is your moral compass? What are you hoping? What do you require for proof? She is doing all the beauty upgrade for someone. Are there other men there? Could it be a woman? Comment 12. Yes, not from the US. My moral compass is fairly right. I own up to my mistakes and all that. I just hope that I'm wrong about all this suspicion. Hence is said, previously, she wasn't even worried about beauty upgrades etc., but in the past 2 weeks became obsessed with it. Comment 13. What was the reason she gave for flipping out? Do any of the friends have BFs you can trust? Really trust? How does she get to / from work? Do you have any thoughts on increasing your vision/knowledge within her work? Can you have a get-together / food, etc., for her work peeps and their partners? Does she, at home, guard phone, use tablet/laptop? How does she connect to peeps when home? Have you looked up the SM of her friends? Comment 14. Does your GF get a weekly pay slip that shows the hours worked? She is putting in overtime, so there has to be some record. You could put something on her phone to track usage. You are not married, so there is not the pain and expense of divorce. You should take a look at your finances just in case. Good luck. Comment 15. My advice is to just ask her, Just tell her how you feel and what's making you paranoid. If she's a nice person, I think she'll understand. Something similar happened with me before and I just asked and found out I was just being stupid and overly paranoid. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.